When it comes to Pokemon, the idea is to catch them all, but when it comes to Pokemon cards, the idea is to collect them all? No, that would be next to impossible to do, but my plan is to collect every single Pokemon as a Pokemon card. Now sure, this has been done before, but everyone who's done it creates a Pokédex binder. That's not how I want to do it. I'm going to overcomplicate the situation and create 18 different binders, as 18 is the number of types in the world of Pokemon, with each binder representing a single type. So without further ado, I welcome you to the Grass Type Binder Challenge. The idea for the challenge is super simple. I need to collect a Pokemon card for every single Grass-type Pokemon within a 2-day time frame. As I'm going to be doing this challenge at the Long Island TCG show, which is being held at the Nassau Coliseum. So with 48 hours to collect every Grass-type Pokemon, I better get going. Take a look at the Long Island TCG show. This show is massive, and a show of this size is perfect for a challenge of this size. Speaking of challenge, let me go ahead and introduce you to the binder.
Grass type Pokemon, green binder, baby. And of course, we stick with Binders, the binder company. This is the company I stick with. This isn't sponsored, by the way, okay? Binders sponsor me. But here's the thing, it's a grass type binder. I got a green binder because that's it, grass type, it's green Pokemon, it doesn't matter, all right? We need to get all 146 grass type Pokemon into this binder, and we have 1 weekend to do it. Let's go.
Okay, so we know this is a Grass-type binder. So where do we start? Well, we're going to be starting with the very first Grass-type Pokemon. So the first vendor I went to was Starman DX, who happens to be a friend of mine and also a great content creator. So go check him out. After this video, of course. So I started looking through the binders that were on Starman's table, and guess what? I find myself the Bulbasaur illustration rare. But to go further, we find the Ivysaur illustration rare. But to go even beyond that, we also find the Venusaur special illustration rare. Are we seriously going to start the Grass-type binder with the entire Bulbasaur line from 151? Yes, we are. A handshake with Starman and the deal is done. These bad boys are going into the binder. My next destination was right next to Starman's table, where they had a binder that had a couple things that I would need, such as Grass-type Pokemon.
Alright, so this table had an absolutely insane binder with just a bunch of cheap cards. Cards that a lot of people call bulk, and I found a bunch of Grass-type Pokemon in it, so I pulled out as much as I could. Let's see how much I'm going to have to pay for it now.
20 flat.
20 flat? Perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
$20 for a good amount of cards that'll help me get closer to the finish of this challenge? I cannot complain. The next stop for us was the Frizzy Owns table. These guys are vendors that are well known in the New England area, and I spent so much time here, 20 minutes in fact. 20 minutes that will get me that much closer to the goal of 146 grass types. Eventually, I did find a bunch of cards that I could use and made a deal with the Frizzy team. Here's a quick look at some of the cards. By the way, the Oddish that you see is my all-time favorite Oddish because it features a real-life frog on it. Yeah, that's weird. Is that not weird? Okay, moving on. Let's do a little check-in on the challenge itself. By this point, I have collected 38 Grass-type Pokemon to go into the Grass-type binder. Now, you're probably wondering, how am I keeping track of all this? Well, the best person to explain to you how I'm keeping track of all this is me.
Okay, here we are, found a quiet place. Now, I'm going through my checklist, and for the checklist, I've actually created, patent pending, designed an app exactly made for a situation like this. This app is state-of-the-art.
It's literally the notes app. I can see it right there, it says notes.
Thank you, Papa C, for interjecting. By the way, this big-time hotshot YouTuber thinks he's so much better than me, so I made sure to take him to the side and scold him like the little child he is. Okay, so it's time to get back to the challenge. Here's the thing, though. I feel like I'm totally unprepared. Sure, I went through binders and tables and tables, but I still felt like I wasn't fully ready to tackle a challenge of this size. That number of 146 different Pokemon, it seems so daunting. I purchased from vendors that I knew, like Shoalpokey right here, great vendor, or even the Card Caravan, who I've purchased from millions and millions of times in past videos, and you guys have seen that. As the day went by, as I picked up more cards, I really felt like I kind of put myself in a corner. Would I even be able to finish a challenge like this? I don't know. Full disclosure, I was starting to stress out. I really was. Because not only did I have to finish this challenge, but I also have other things I need to do. I have fans to meet. I have the daily pack challenge stuff that I do. And here I am, thinking that I have way too much on my plate. Well, at least the plate is vegetables because grass type Pokemon. Okay, well, that was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. After such a long, stressful, and tiresome day, I finally settled into my hotel room. I filmed my daily pack video, and now it was time for me to count, organize, and put everything that I've gotten towards the grass type binder challenge into the grass type binder. Here's how day one went. So far, we've collected 74 grass type Pokemon. And according to whatever number I said at the start of this video, which probably wasn't right, that's right around halfway done with the challenge. And after a grueling night of organization, I finally got all 74 Pokemon into the binder. I tried keeping everything in Pokédex order, but that didn't go according to plan, and more on that later. And now I finally had time to sit back in my chair, get on my phone, and head on over to Courtyard.io. Courtyard is a digital marketplace for real graded cards. When on Courtyard, you have an option of checking out Pokemon, sports, or even comic books. My favorite thing about Courtyard are the graded card mystery pack vending machines. With tons of different mystery pack tiers ranging from $25 to $1,000, and the pulls from each tier averaging the price that you pay. Oh, and if you're worried about the pull rates, well, it's fully transparent as the rates are sitting in front of you the entire time with real-time changes as the packs get opened. Check this out, I just opened a PSA 9 Flaffy Trainer Gallery from Silver Tempest. Now, this card fully belongs to me. I can do whatever I want with it, such as send it to a friend. Yes, I can digitally transfer this to a friend's account for free. If I was looking to sell it, then there's an entire marketplace where you can list your cards or look to see what others have for sale. The best part about the marketplace, no marketplace fees like the other major online marketplaces have. Not interested in waiting for a good offer? Well, Courtyard will buy your card back at 90% of the fair market value every single time. Oh, you want to keep the card? Well, that's fine. You can keep it on your account digitally or have the real slab sent to you from Courtyard's super safe vault. So head on over to Courtyard.io via the link in the description. Use code PowdrTCG for 10% off of your first Courtyard vending machine rip. And now it's time for day 2 of the Long Island TCG show, and that means day 2 of trying to complete our grass type binder. Speaking of binder,
this binder actually has a couple things in it that I really like. There's a lot of illustration rares and trainer gallery stuff, but I found something, a grass type Pokemon, and I think this might end up being our only rainbow rare card right here, Lurantis. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this card right here. And there's a couple more that I'm also gonna pick up.
Alongside the Lurantis, I picked up 4 other grass type Pokemon. And I just have to say, Pokemon really gave a lot of shiny love to grass types, because are you seeing this? And after that pickup, I went to the back corner of the convention center. We need to cover every inch that we can to finish this challenge. And at a table in this back corner, I ended up meeting a couple younger viewers who also gifted me a booster pack for my daily pack challenge. I don't need to tell you guys about the daily pack challenge, but if you're interested, you can find more of that content on my channel. From this vendor, we ended up picking up 2 cards, and here they are.
I was right to come to this weird part of this entire convention center that I just never went to. I found a binder, 2 cards that I need. This Grookey is shiny, which completes an entire shiny set of the Grookey line in my binder. And then we also got this beautiful, beautiful Superior V, and perfect timing on a card like this because Black and White is getting a new set, and hey editor, put the new Superior on the screen right now. And this was the last good look at Serperior, so we're going with it.
Now, with a couple pickups, I found somewhere to regroup and put some of these cards into the binder. And that's when I noticed that I have messed up completely. In all the stress and the frustration of the night before, even though I said I put everything into the binder in Pokédex order, I didn't. A huge factor in why is because the 146 Grass-type Pokemon I've been chasing is wrong. The patent pending app of mine failed me, cards in the wrong spot and no room for new additions. The entire situation is a mess, and it goes to show I was not prepared for a challenge like this. I should have done more prep and more research before I committed to something this big. And these issues arising on day 2, could it be a sign? Could this mean that I'm going to fail? Will I even be able to complete a challenge like this?
We're at the DZ Collectibles booth right now. These guys are Long Island card shop. I haven't been to the card shop because it doesn't matter. They have a lot of binders. I went through them and I did find a couple things, so let me go ahead and pick them out and pay for them, add them to the collection. All right, 2 more cards adding in. Now, I did find this earlier at a table, the Diplin, but it was a Master Ball, so they were kind of taxing off the Master Ball tax. The Pokeball Hollow is perfectly fine. And Torterra, shout out Gen 4, my favorite generation. We're gonna go ahead and pick these out.
Yeah.
Thanks
meeting you,
man.
man.
Good meeting you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, small little deal ski, 2 cards. Let's keep going.
We continue our journey into the binders and pick up some small and cheap cards, as well as some super underrated cards. Eventually, I made my way all the way back to the Frizzy Owns table. With the sheer amount of cards they have here, it was a no-brainer that I would find more, and oh boy, we did. After the deal with Frizzy, it was time for a recalibration segment. I come to find out during this little break that I only have 29 Grass-type Pokemon left to collect. I am so close to my goal, I knew at this point I have to go to vendors that I trusted. So here we are at the Card Caravan, one of my most reliable vendors in the entire business. He has shown up in my challenge videos time and time again. Looking through his binders, I started picking out Grass-type Pokemon I still had left. At this point, Pat, the Card Caravan, started ripping packs in front of me to see if he could pull anything that I needed for the challenge.
I might need to rip later on. Oh, Lilip! Lilip!
You got it.
Lilip, we need a Lilip. Perfect.
All right.
The Card Caravan, he'll open packs for you. He'll open packs for you. I don't have to pay for that, do I?
Huge shout out to Pat from the Card Caravan. Because of him, we have just edged a little bit closer to our final goal. Knowing that I was so close to finishing this challenge, I headed on over to a vendor named Greg, who you might have seen before in a different video, the Evolutions video. Here's the thing with Greg. The man literally has his inventory of Pokemon cards and products memorized. So I started naming off Pokemon and he would confirm whether he had a card for him or not.
Right here.
Give me names. I can tell you right now if I even have a copy of that on me.
Okay, all right. Lotad Lombre.
I probably have a Lotad. I probably do not have a Lombre.
Okay. Wormadam.
No.
Rotom Mow. Like the Mow Rotom.
No.
Suwaddle Swadloon Levani.
No.
Lilligant.
Maybe.
Fungus.
I don't think so.
Skiddo.
No.
Pumpkaboo Gorgeist.
Only as psychic types.
No, that's fine.
After a good session of looking through everything Greg had, we managed to pull 4 cards from the man, getting us underneath 20 Grass-type Pokemon left to collect for this binder. I head back out once again to get some composure and come up with a plan of action. And the plan is pretty simple. Bulk cards. We are now at the point that the Pokemon we're looking for should mostly be just your regular Pokemon cards. The ones most people would call bulk. But I have to be quick. The clock is ticking and the end of the con is near. My good friend Kat jumped in on helping me with the challenge by looking through the free bulk pile they had set up at the show, and I started hunting with the help of my buddy Juancito Marvel, who, by the way, gifted me this pack of Diamond and Pearl. Yes, vintage Diamond and Pearl booster pack for my daily pack challenge. OMG, I love you, Juan. Hug, hug, kiss, kiss.
My first option right now, I'm with Juancito Marvel, love him, great guy, but we have to go to the big card shops that host events and stuff in their stores, okay? So, Rip and Ship Arena right here. We've looked at their binders, but we gotta ask them if they might have stuff like set binders and things like that. So, let's see what we can do.
Juan went off to look for some stuff on my behalf while I found this little red box of what seems to be bulk, and oh boy, I am so glad I did. You see, bulk is often considered trash, but in my situation, someone's trash is my treasure. I found a good bit of leftover Pokemon in here, and Kat also found me to deliver on some much needed grass types. I got a call from Juan to rendezvous with him outside, and he had some cards I needed for the challenge. Juan, you are such a goat. After a quick update to the list, we now have a whopping 5 grass-type Pokemon left to get into this binder. Spoiler alert, it's not 5. Calyrex, Morolo, Fomantis, Swadloon, and Levani are the final 5 Pokemon I need to search for. Again, spoiler alert, they aren't. Surprisingly, the first binder I find after this has the grass-type Calyrex inside. One step closer to finishing the challenge, and in the final hour of the convention, just 4 more Pokemon left. I am here once again to let you know, it's not 4 Pokemon. It's not. I find a table all the way in the back of the convention, which I passed by earlier. That has tons and tons of bulk. Where has this been? But my time is running out.
I found all this bulk. I have 15 minutes to look through all this. I've already found 2 cards. I wasn't recording because, of course, I wasn't recording. And the last 2 cards are literally Swadloon and Levani. We are almost done with this challenge. So close.
Here we go. Here we go. We are so close. Just 2 more grass-type Pokemon left, and I finish the challenge. Oh, you idiot, you have no idea, do you? You haven't realized it yet, have you? By the way, the table that I'm at searching through all this bulk, they're a card shop in Rhode Island named the Dragon's Vault. And the employee behind the table that helped me was amazing. And I don't need to tell you about it, I'm just gonna show you why.
Swadloon?
Oh, Swadloon, okay, dude, thank you. Thank you so much.
Danny?
Oh, that's it! That's it, that's the challenge!
We're done.
We're done! Oh my god!
I got you, I'll start hunting.
We're done!
Fantastic. All right.
Oh, this guy, awesome. Yeah. I loved him. I'm gonna get him on camera. I love you so much, okay? The Dragon's Vault, you guys are based out of Rhode Island? All right, you guys have so much random bulk here.
Yeah.
And I don't think you understand it. Like, people like this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And it saved me. It genuinely saved me.
After all my cheering and happiness, I head back outside to put the binder together. Remember, the idea is to collect every grass-type Pokemon in this binder. And earlier I said that I tried to keep everything in Pokédex order, so that's what I started doing here. Organizing card by card, putting them into the binder. And that's where I realized I made a grave mistake. I'm missing a Pokemon. A Pokemon that not everybody would consider a grass type. But it is one. It's Electrode. Yes, Electrode is from Kanto region. It's an electric type Pokemon. But the Hisuian Electrode from Pokemon Legends Arceus was a grass type Pokemon, and I don't have the card. At this point, all the vendors were packing up, but I ran in to see if I could find anything from anyone. But I couldn't go down without a fight. In fact, I was so worried about this challenge, I forgot to bring my camera and film any of it. Except I did find one vendor, and I did have my phone on me. And the Hisuian Electrode, from my hand to the binder. The final Pokemon that we needed for the grass type binder challenge. And we did it in the final moments of the convention. Oh boy, that was stressful, but the binder is complete. I've done it. I'm stressed, but I've done it.